Welcome to The American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. The American Dream is a show we founded based upon real estate, lifestyle, culture, and neighborhoods, showing why this country is great, going all across the country. And today, we're going to show you some great areas and great lifestyles. Let's start the show right now.
Las Vegas is home to the National Finals Rodeo. There's about 600 rodeos nationwide that culminate to the final event here in Las Vegas. The National Finals Rodeo is the Super Bowl of rodeos. It is a 10-day event, brings in about 170,000 visitors, 350 exhibitors, conventions, concerts, and tons of rodeo festivities. Today, we are at the South Point Casino, one of the sponsors of the National Finals Rodeo, and we are going to check out one of the exhibits and see what they might have going on during the rodeo. I'm Candi Marshall, Realtor with Simply Vegas, and your TV host for American Dream TV. So let's go check out the exhibits and see what we can find. Come on. This stuff is so amazing. So these are the side rodeo events that go on during NFR during the day. Here they're doing some team roping. Woo! Look who I have run into. This is Judy Wagner. Judy, tell us about what you do, because this is big.
Well, I'm so excited. I walked by and saw you here, and I'm just excited to share with you and the world's largest belt buckle. And Montana Silversmith actually is going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary in 2023. But it's not just this buckle. You see, every buckle has a story, and we're here to give the champions who win the world here at the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association on Saturday night their gold buckles. That buckle tells everything about who they are and what they do. And it's a hard thing to win a go-round buckle.
Yeah.
So that is such an honor there. And what's really special about that award show is that they bring their family up there. They tell the story of how they got there, the backstory. So they will do it each night, the 10 nights of the rodeo, as they march their way to get the world champion.
Incredible.
And that's the beauty of this industry. That's the beauty of this lifestyle, is the family association. And that's what you're sensing and feeling here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so glad I ran into
you too, Judy. Thank you.
Every buckle has a story. We hope you find yours.
We are off today, and we're going to visit the B-Bar-J Ranch. Gail Powers, she has a horse boarding facility. We're going to go visit Gail, check out her place, and meet some of the NFR horses. This ain't my first rodeo, and I guarantee you, it ain't Gail Powers' first rodeo either. Hi, Gail. Great to see you.
How are you? Nice to see you again.
I miss this place.
No, I'm glad. We miss you. We do. We miss you.
So, hey, this is Gail Powers with B-Bar-J Ranch. Anybody that's in the horse community out here, this is a big name.
It's a big time of year in Las Vegas right now with the NFR in town. And because so many horses are coming in for all these extra events, there's no way that the people can provide enough stalling for all of the horses that are coming in. With my facility, which is a little over 4 acres, I'm housing over 80 head of horses in 2 weeks.
That is amazing.
And that's in addition to the 30 head that I have here on a regular basis year-round.
Right,
so
right.
We're pretty busy right now.
Yes, you are.
Pretty busy.
Well, Gail, how about you give us a tour?
Oh, please, come on out. What you see here, all these small 12 by 12 stalls are all temporary pens that we've set up for NFR horses. The stalls that you see that are a little bit larger stalls, these are all my permanent stalls for all my boarders. And I have boarders year-round. I've actually been in business right here, will be 45 years, March 1st next year. These all started out being temporary stalls for my boarders, and it got to be so popular that I turned all these into permanent stalls.
So, Gail, tell us about all the work that you've done with the county commission and the boarding of horses.
Yes, that was an interesting scenario. Years ago, when I first started doing this, we were allowed to have horses on the property, but to get a business license, we had to have a variance because it was, quote, a commercial operation in a residential area. So myself and 4 other professionals that were here in town got together with the county zoning department, and we started working together on rewriting the residential boarding stable ordinance the way it is today. Now we are on a permanent business license, but But the most important thing is it allowed us to have enough numbers of horses on the properties to be able to make a living at what we do. And I was the go-between between the horse people of Clark County and the county commission and the zoning department.
Well, gosh, Gail, this is just amazing. I love the horse community, and the horse people are my people, and I love it. So thank you, Gail.
You bet. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Welcome back to the American Dream, Las Vegas. I'm your host, Cassidy Lane, and today I am excited to introduce you to the West Coast Rebels Basketball Club and the Thomas family who are behind the success of the club. Basketball is extremely popular in Las Vegas. Our Las Vegas Aces just won the WNBA championship last week, bringing the first professional championship of any kind to Las Vegas. And there's even speculation that the NBA will be expanding a franchise here soon, following in the footsteps of so many other professional franchises that have been flocking to Las Vegas in recent years. But the first team to put Las Vegas on the map was the Runnin' Rebels UNLV basketball team. I'm here today with UNLV great point guard, Didon Thomas. Didon, thank you so much for having us in your home.
Thank you for coming. Thanks.
What got you interested in developing athletes in the first place?
Well, I knew I would be a coach one day.
Okay. So you always knew you would.
Yes, yeah, 100%. We ended up starting a basketball program for our first son, Didon Thomas Jr., and it just grew. It just took off, and you know, it's hard to say no to kids, you know, when you love helping kids, and it just kept growing. It just kept growing, and we kept building, and now we have ages 6 to 17 years old. We've been around about 19 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
19
nice
years.
run.
Okay.
Nice run. So yeah, 19 years, a lot of kids. We have some guys that have made the pros overseas, actually in the NBA as well. It's been a really good run. It's been a really good run. We've had some great players. We've had some great parents. We've built a lot of really good relationships in the city. I think we have been able to change the face of youth basketball in our state, and that's something we also set out to do. And I think we've done a good job of that.
You've done a great job. Congratulations on all the success.
That.
And now we're gonna head over to your basketball facility, Hoop City, and check out where all the hard work is happening at.
Yep, let's get to
let's
it.
do it.
Yep.
DJ Thomas with the basket.
Well, you'll take that. Our next guest, DJ Thomas, successfully led his high school team last year as a sophomore to defeat Bishop Gorman in the state championship game. So you recently attended the Formula Zero camp. I see your t-shirt here with Damian Lillard. What a great honor and what a cool experience. What is one thing you took away from that experience? And also, what did you think of Oregon?
It's probably the best camp I've been to, and definitely the hardest one.
Really?
And just one thing I took away from it was just Damian Lillard's mentality. Yeah, it's like ever since I got back, I've just noticed myself getting better at a faster pace, just going harder, pushing myself as hard as I can.
And what did you think of Oregon?
It was a good place. It looks like a great place to live.
Oh, okay.
And the people there seem nice, and it looks like a great city.
Okay, awesome. Who do you look up to? Who inspires you to be great at basketball?
Well, of course, my dad. That's like my best friend. That's who I give a lot of credit to. He's just taught me everything I know. I wouldn't be where I am without him today.
We're cheering for you this year, and like I said, you're making the entire state of Nevada very proud, so keep up the good work, young man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
And if you're a fan of basketball, keep an eye out for DJ Thomas Jr. He'll be leading his high school team, Liberty, at point guard, making a lot more noise over the next couple of years. I'm your host, Cassidy Lane. I'll see you on the next episode of The American Dream.
Welcome to Selling Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me in sunny Sin City, where the temperature is hot and the real estate market is even hotter. My name is Francesca Gilbert. I'm a Las Vegas real estate agent and host of the American Dream TV. Las Vegas is a wonderful community filled with great people and quaint neighborhoods. Today we're going to visit a few of those quaint neighborhoods and meet some great people like my friend Ryan here at Celebrity Cars. So come along with me while I show you my Las Vegas. Ryan.
Hi,
nice
how are
to
you?
see
Nice
you.
to see you
Thank
too.
you so much for letting us be here today.
Of course,
I really
anytime.
appreciate it. How did celebrity cars come about? I mean, I know it has a long history, but how'd you make the jump to this?
Just kind of started buying and selling cars when I was younger, back in college.
And it's been a couple of years, has it not, that you've been doing this?
We've been in business for 22 years.
What is the coolest car you have here right now?
Probably either the Al Capone car or the Tupac car.
Can you show this to us?
Sure. This is the Tupac car. This is the one he was actually shot in here in Las Vegas back in, I think, 1996.
Can I ask you what the car would cost? Is it for sale?
We actually have it for sale for $1.7 million.
Almost nothing.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, let's walk around to the Al Capone car, too. Could you tell me a little bit about what Celebrity Cars does?
A lot of people come here because it's a really cool free thing to do and you get to see a lot of cool cars. But as far as somebody who lives here, we have a huge marketing presence and internet presence, and we ship cars all over the world, so we can get a lot more money for the cars than you would trying to sell it yourself.
That makes sense. It sounds like a really invaluable service, and I feel like it's kind of like using a real estate agent. You want to use the best suited person for the job, and you would be that person.
And you have a bigger reach as a real estate agent than someone just trying to put a sign in their yard. Not everybody's going to drive by or see it on Craigslist.
That makes sense to me. All right, well, I really appreciate you sharing that with us. Let's go over to the Al Capone car and take a look.
This is a 1928 Cadillac. It's actually one of the first bulletproof cars ever made. It's got about an inch, 2-inch piece of plexiglass that actually acts as the windows, so technically I guess it was bulletproof, at least for back then.
That was an absolutely great conversation with Ryan Hamilton, the GM of Celebrity Cars. So neat to learn about things in Las Vegas that most people don't know anything about. And now that we've talked to Ryan, I want to introduce you to another friend of mine who's going to give us a little bit of information about mortgage financing. Come on with me. This is Mark Baker. He's a friend of mine. He works with Cardinal Financial, and he's been a mortgage loan originator for a little over 22 years. Tell me about credit scores, and do I need a good credit score?
Yes, the higher the FICO score, the lower the rate typically.
Great. And so can people talk to you before they're ready to buy a house to help with their credit scores or help with organizing their credit report?
Francesca, if the average consumer knew what they were doing, they would all talk to us 90 days in advance. Wow. Let us pull their credit. Let us give them some thoughts and ideas on how to improve their credit scores, because that's going to make a difference when it comes to lock an interest rate, which is going to make a difference on their payment. So the average consumer doesn't do that, and that's where they're really lacking.
So definitely a good game plan to talk to you first.
It is. It should be the only game plan if you're going to entertain financing.
Got it. Give us one piece of advice. What if I have a home buyer today that comes to me, what would be the one piece of advice you would give?
I would say, guys and gals, if you're interested in buying a house, contact your mortgage loan originator first and contact them months in advance. It's not a spur of the moment decision, and we see that all the time, and that's the major handicap for buyers, is that they wake up and contact their realtor and we saw a house next door, we would want to make an offer.
Got it. So a little bit of planning can go a long way, it sounds like.
A long, long way.
Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it, and I think it's great advice that people should contact their loan originator and their realtor before they start looking for houses.
Thanks for the opportunity.
You are so welcome. We're visiting 1003 Via St. Lucia, a single-story home in the guard-gated community of Tuscany in Henderson. I want you to come with me as we check it out.
I know man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.
I really hope that you enjoyed today, and I'm excited that you got to share my Las Vegas with me. I'm Francesca Gilbert, host of the American Dream TV, and I will see you next time on Selling Las Vegas.
Hi, I'm Rick, your American Dream TV host, and I'm in Tivoli Village in Las Vegas, baby. Tivoli is a lifestyle destination for the locals on the west side that offers great outdoor, dog-friendly dining, office and event space, and some awesome shopping. Nearby, there's casinos, golf courses, and more great restaurants and shopping. Some of the best dining in Las Vegas is right here, including Leone Cafe, a popular outdoor dining spot. We're going to go meet Jennifer Graff, founder of the New Home Experts Las Vegas. Jennifer and her team specializes in buyers looking to purchase a new home. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi.
Thank you so much for meeting me today.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
I love it here. I don't mind coming here at all.
Isn't it beautiful? So Jennifer, please tell me, why should a home buyer get an agent that specializes in new homes?
Great question. And I think what most people don't realize when they hire an agent is that you really want somebody, especially if you're really truly interested in purchasing brand new, that the process is significantly different. And our agents on our team, including myself, all have new home experience. And so we know how to ask the right questions. We know how to work with the builders. A lot of us walk into these new home sales offices not recognizing that the person that is in that new home sales office actually represents the builder and the builder's interests. So essentially you're going to be going into one of the largest purchases you'll ever make in your lifetime with somebody that, although they're going to take great care of you and give you all the information, they don't represent you. So they're really not there to serve your interests. They're there to serve the builder's interests. So that's a really important distinction. Again, in something that is going to be one of the biggest purchases of your lifetime, you want somebody that's there specifically to represent, you know, your interest in the deal and be your advocate.
Jennifer, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to meet with me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, Rick. Thanks so much for meeting with me this morning.
Now that we've talked to Jennifer, let's go meet some furry friends where I'm going to be doing some volunteer work. So now we're at the Nevada SPCA, which stands for the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, founded in 1982. We're going to be interviewing the executive director, Lori Herron.
So Nevada SPCA has been around in different forms for 40 years as Southern Nevada's original no-kill animal shelter, and our primary mission is to intake homeless pets and then find them loving new homes.
What animals do you have here?
So we intake dogs, cats, and small pets, including rabbits, guinea pigs, and pet rats. We would love to help all animals, but we are focused on those species right now so that we can do our job well. And of those species, about 50% of our intake are cats, about 40% are dogs, and the rest are the small pets. And we will intake almost 3,000 animals every year.
Wow, that's amazing. I love to volunteer here. What can people do to help foster, adopt, or donate?
So Nevada SPCA is a completely local independent organization. We are not funded by any national organizations. We do not have any government contracts. So we are supported entirely by the community. So for all of those things that you just mentioned, of course, first and foremost. Secondly, donation drives, supplies are really important to us, not only for our shelter pets, but also we have a pet pantry where we provide free dog and cat food to the community to help pet owners in financial need keep their pets. You know, our slogan at Nevada SPCA is find happiness, and all of those things not only find happiness for our animals, for the people in our community as well.
Beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much. So people, find your happiness, donate, give your time, volunteer, and make somebody, a furry pet's life better and more enjoyable. I hope you've enjoyed being with us today. I want to thank my guests, and I want to thank you for watching this episode of American Dream TV. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Kirsten Marcos, lifestyle and real estate expert and host on American Dream TV. And what's more American than baseball? I'm here out in the suburbs in downtown Summerlin, and today we've got a treat in store for you. We're going to see the state-of-the-art stadium used by the Aviators, our professional baseball team here, and a AAA affiliate of Oakland Athletics. We're also going to meet the president of the Aviators and get a VIP tour throughout the stadium. So let's go. Wow, what a view. This is the best seat in the house. I'm here with Don Logan, President and COO of the Aviators. Thank you so much for having me, Don.
My pleasure.
It's awesome.
My pleasure.
So tell us a little about you, your enthusiasm for sports all around, and certainly baseball and your experience. How did that all lead you to the position you're in now?
You know, sports was always a big part of my life. That's all I really cared about. Whatever season we were in, that's the season I was playing. Baseball kind of gravitated toward the top.
That's awesome. And we built the stadium in 2019, right? And that's the same time where we changed over from the 51s to the Aviators?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yeah, and we changed from the Mets to the A's. So yeah, a lot of change in 19.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Wow, what an awesome locker room.
It is second to none. There's nobody in minor league baseball that has this. Most major league stadiums don't have something like this. It is really nice.
Absolutely. Well,
and nobody has that much bourbon in the corner.
How many games do they have in a season? Because there's quite a few, right?
Yeah, we play 75 home games, 75 on the road. So we've actually played 63 home games. We got 12 coming up, and that'll be a wrap for this season. It's pretty amazing.
And what do you do to celebrate the end of the season?
Go to get a nap. You got game.
Well, we know minor league baseball is all about families, all about community, and you guys do so many events above and beyond the Aviators games. You've mentioned a few before, but tell us about a few of them.
Well, we're really focused on Little League baseball, boys and girls, trying to get as many kids out here as possible, grow the game. That's incumbent on anybody in baseball to do that. And then beyond that is just to be a good community partner. We're here, anytime a charity wants something, we're ready, willing, and able to jump in and help if we can.
Oh, that's awesome. Your organization is definitely a pillar in this community, and we look forward to having you here for many years to come.
We plan on it. And thank you for coming by.
We're here at Frankie's Uptown Neighborhood Bar, right across from the stadium. Frankie's is an official sponsor of the Aviators, and did you know, if you bring them your ticket, anytime during game day, you get a free beer. So we're here with Frankie Lee, owner of Frankie's Uptown, and a 30-year resident here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant and the Italian influences on the food that you make here.
Absolutely. So my wife Christine and I decided that in Las Vegas we didn't have a local bar. The stadium was in progress being built, so we created a brand which was a whiskey bar, which was going to be a local neighborhood bar with Italian themed food. That seemed like a no-brainer because that's kind of what we grew up. That was our wheelhouse. And so we became the sponsor, the official pregame and postgame bar for the stadium.
Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of American Dream TV, Selling Las Vegas. I'm Kirsten Marcos, your host, and I'll see you next time.
Nevada is home to over half of the nation's free roaming horse population and a home of the United States Air Force. Hi, I'm Candi Marshall, Realtor with Simply Vegas, and today we are going to visit Shiloh Ranch, about 40 minutes south of Las Vegas in Sandy Valley, a 40-acre ranch formerly owned by actor Tony Curtis, and learn how this amazing place rescues wild Mustangs and puts them together with veterans to heal and treat post-traumatic stress. Follow me and meet JP, the owner and founder of Shiloh Ranch and the Liberty Project. Hi, JP.
Hey, how you doing?
Great to see you.
Good to see you
Thank
as well.
you so much for having us out here today to talk about the Liberty Project and Shiloh Ranch.
You bet. Welcome to Shiloh.
So when did you acquire Shiloh Ranch, and tell us a little bit about its history?
So a couple of years ago, I acquired the ranch for the purposes that we're using it for, but the history of the ranch is really unique. So it was developed, this whole area was a cattle ranch back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it was called Kingston Ranch. And from there, Al Marquis, who happens to be kind of a Las Vegas legend in his own right, acquired the land and the ranch, and then he created 3 other ranches in addition to Kingston, which Shiloh happened to be one. He sold to Tony Curtis and his wife Jill, and what they did was they created a horse rescue right here where we're at.
So JP, tell me, I know you've been pretty active with, working with the Veterans Association and Congress. You've been to DC, working to somehow see how the VA can help fund this program for the vets.
Yes, so what we would like to see happen is there be 2 choices for the veterans. One is what they're currently doing. Gonna give you a little bit of money, we'll help you sleep at night, we'll get rid of your physical pain. And the other one is for programs like ours that offer a different way for the veterans to go once they get out.
So what is the success rate? Do you know? It's close to like 90%. I know it's high.
Yeah,
it's off the charts.
It is off the chart. So we would argue that the success rate is over 95%.
Wow.
With the equine therapy. Our newest member to Shiloh Ranch, we don't even have a name for her yet, so we just call her the new girl, but we ended up picking her up. She's virtually untouched. As you can see, her conformation, she's gorgeous.
Okay, and this is?
This is Brownie here.
Oh, this is Brownie.
This is Brownie. So Brownie is one of our Mustangs that we got her in about 6 months ago as well. And so we'd been working with her. She's doing really, really well. She's a little flighty, but she's good.
I'd like you to tell us how people can get in touch with you if you're a veteran that wants to go through the program, how they can get in touch with the Liberty Project. If people want to donate, volunteer, how can people help?
Perfect, and we can use all that help, but people can reach us at vets, V-E-T-S, and horses, A-N-D.org, or thelibertyprojects.org. And you can reach out to us, and whether you're a veteran wanting to come to the program, or you want to help us out volunteer-wise, or donations. So please find us there, and you can look at what we're all about there and see some videos and pictures as well.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, JP.
Thank you guys for coming out and letting us be a part of it today.
Wonderful, thank you.
Well, hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream. Again, I was your host, Craig Sewing, and the creator of the show. We've had so much fun building this thing. I've traveled all across the country building a real show, not a reality show, about real estate, lifestyle, and culture, featuring positive stories of your marketplaces. I've always said this isn't our show, it's yours. We just get to reflect the cool stories back to you. So thank you so much for those stories. Thank you for following our show, and don't forget to follow us on social media. We'll catch you next time. And of course, cheers to your American dream.